This might seem obvious, but there's not going to be quite as much to say here as there was for the story, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything to discuss here at all. The core structure of the gameplay is consistent with that of the base game, with no really new mechanics or gameplay methods introduced, but the team didn't just stop with an attitude of,
hey, if it ain't broke.
While not much new is introduced, I think there's a commendable effort to be appreciated for what Insomniac managed to do with the gameplay that was already there. The most obvious of these is going to be the set pieces found within the plot of each DLC. There's some fun ideas thrown around here that take advantage of Spider-Man's abilities in creative ways and take what the player already knows what to do and give them something new to do with it, but there's also a lot of gameplay types recycled here. Stealth takedown missions, science puzzles, basic combat, 1 or 2 character chases, and yeah, a Mary Jane sneaking mission. The settings for these activities help keep them fresh and exciting, but I decided to go ahead and knock them out first, if only because, again, there's only so much to say about them. There's nothing that needs to be taught to the player. They already know how to beat up thugs and swing around the city to collect items. Small details are added to help keep things interesting, of course. I like how base raids will sometimes end in Spider-Man actually needing to find what he came for after all the fighting ends, sometimes just to get ambushed by a few extra enemies. I like how the item gathering missions in the overworld can take unexpected turns, like how you think you've successfully recovered a stolen painting only for a pigeon to fly into the frame and take off with it. It's good stuff. Simple, but it's still more than a lot of other developers have put into additional content like this. The least graceful inclusion, though, is the Mary Jane section in the heist. I already wasn't a huge fan of these in the main game, but it really feels out of place here. At first, I was going to try to defend it by pointing out that it's not really difficult and only lasts like 5 minutes, but that in and of itself sort of feels like a problem. It might be easy to look at those facts and call the section unintrusive, but if anything, the needlessness of the section makes it feel more intrusive than anything else. With the section being so short and basic, I'm left to question why it was even included at all, and I can't use that as a defense or praise. I'm glad that the only other section where you play as a normal-looking person is as Peter Parker, if only because he needed more to do besides playing Bioshock puzzles and talking to homeless people, and I always loved seeing Peter using his spider powers out of costume. If the sections where players take control of other characters really needs to be there, I wish I could say what needed to be done to make it more engaging. As I've brought up issues throughout the video, I've done my best to offer up possible solutions, but frankly, I'm not sure I have one here. These missions may be able to offer up a new perspective in the story or even help us appreciate Spider-Man in new ways, but I have to wonder if the consequences of their inclusion, those being frustration, boredom, and an overwhelming desire to return to playing as the title character, might outweigh those benefits. I can only hope that a sequel to the game finds a better way to handle these segments or just cuts them all together. If you want to consider it lumped into the same vein as playing as Mary Jane or Miles, I suppose the Spider-Bot segment from Turf Wars might fit the bill. Something about it really works for me in that I think the section is introduced in a moment of the story that could really use a quick breather, but there's an intrinsically engaging idea about playing as something small in a normal-sized environment. It's naturally interesting to see objects or scenarios we would normally recognize as mundane portrayed through the eyes or perspective of someone or something that is incapable of interacting with said things in the same way we, the player, could do in real life. The Spider-Bot section also keeps things moving. Finding hiding spots is fun in an endearing kind of way, so I think this could be a step in finding that solution I was looking for. I also enjoy how new activities and crimes are added in the city to take care of. Deactivating bombs as the Spider-Bot is fun, protecting a convoy that's trying to transport a victim trying to testify against the Mafia feels cool, and fighting off crooks trying to break into an Oscorp truck gives you something to continuously maintain while fighting people. There are, of course, some recycled missions from the main game, like breaking up illegal trades and chasing down people who try to get away, but they're given the context of the story at hand, which is something I also praise Webba Shadows for doing, so I'm happy to see it make a return here. I really don't know how to segue into this, believe me, I tried, but during one of these missions I encountered a bit of a bug after webbing up a thug to a getaway car, and man, this crime bust did not go as planned. Ooh, that's not good. I'm sure he's fine. Oh no. Officer, I swear, this isn't what it looks like. He was already like that after I got here. No, wait, that's not what I meant. I mean, you know...
Spider-Man, you're under arrest.
Oh, God. I was actually sort of impressed with the Screwball missions. While I already discussed why Screwball herself annoys me, and I think she was overused in these DLC packs, the missions she has to offer are some of the best in the game. Offering up new ways to use your gadgets and challenging you to be fast and sneaky, or even just forcing you to better orient yourself while fighting or moving around an area. The photobomb mechanic, where you need to perform a specific action in a specific location, are great use of this, giving you a clear way to learn how to better use the mechanics of the game that were already present. I stand by what I said before though, though. I feel like a lot of this could have been accomplished with Taskmaster missions and at least one of the DLCs to help break up how overbearing Screwball can be. Lastly, I would like to address how the City That Never Sleeps handled a gameplay mechanic that I complained about incessantly in my Spider-Man-a-thon last year, that being character chases. A lot of my previous complaints have been addressed here actually. I'm impressed with how well the Black Cat chase turned out, starting with a foot chase after your web shears have been disabled, continuing into the subway tunnels where you need to keep up with the train and dodge attacks, and finally finishing off with a more traditional chase that feels like it was actually built up to and earned. The gameplay within the City That Never Sleeps is satisfying. To my surprise, the way the DLC handles the gameplay taught me how to use gadgets, combat, or even web swinging more effectively, to the point that I've been able to utilize these newfound skills in repeat playthroughs of the main game. There were missteps, but very few, and I'm more than pleased with how the team at Insomniac managed to take the exact same actions from the main game and repaint them in a fun new way. I can't say a whole lot more in terms of presentation. The game still looks and sounds great, but there's not much new to talk about here. I was happy to see a variety of new enemies and even new enemy types, along with their own unique takedown animations. And I love the musical theme created for Black Cat, but I'm afraid there's not much more to say here. I guess that just leaves us with one more thing these DLC packs had to offer. So let's talk about... With every DLC pack, 3 new suits to wear were included. I actually like these quite a bit, but obviously some stand out more than others. I think the spider armor costumes were a fun touch, and I especially love how the iron arm ability was even recolored to better fit the design of the Civil War spider armor. This isn't the sort of thing that the team had to do, but they did it. Papers were signed, multiple people were tasked with jobs, and this small detail was added simply for the sake of how nice it would be. I really respect that. But while I'm talking about it, I just want to point out real quick how good the iron arms look with the white Spider-Man 2099 suit, or just how good that suit is in general. This is a really good looking game, guys. I don't know if I have the time to really dig deep with every suit, but here's a quick rundown of how I feel about each suit included with the DLC. That's awesome. Very sleek, very nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ah, the old trusty Spidey armor.
Very unique. I want to see more like that. A classic, of course. Yes, 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 yes. This is too ridiculous not to love. Pretty neat, if a little noisy. Interestingly though, these weren't the only suits added to the game after its release, as there were several costumes added for free in intervals. Most recently were the upgraded and stealth suits from Spider-Man Far From Home. These were such a fun surprise, and I absolutely love the way they look. And of course, we got the Fantastic Four specific suits, with the Future Foundation suit, which is gorgeous, and the Bombastic Bagman suit, which is probably the longest running meme in all of Spider-Man games. Not tired of it though. This suit is still hilarious. But before any of those other suits were added, there was one suit people were campaigning for upon every DLC release. And by campaigning, I mean harassing the game staff, sending in death threats, and overall making me very, very tired of being part of any community of people. People love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, myself included of course, but seeing the outcry of people losing their minds every time a DLC was released without this suit, which was actually designed by James Atkinson, was like drinking poison through my eyes. It felt like even more of a shame when it was revealed that not only was the Insomniac team always planning on releasing this suit, but were planning to do so for free, no DLC purchase required, in December of that year. I don't want to dwell on it too much though. Yeah, it sucked, but what really matters is that these guys put incredible work into making this suit happen, and it's magical seeing it in motion. I can barely believe how good it is. So that's The City That Never Sleeps. A fun, exciting, engaging, and satisfying extension of one of the most rewarding Spider-Man experiences available. It is slow to start. I'm glad I recommended people wait until the full set of DLC was released and available before diving in, but as a full product, I think it's worth every penny. We got to see some of the greatest love letters to the character ever created in the past couple of years, but it hurts a little bit that we also had to lose both co-creators of the character at the same time. Regardless of what we lost, there's no doubt in my mind that Steve and Stan would be insanely proud of how their web swinger is getting by.
That man next to you, he's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister. And that kid walking by, hey, who knows? He may have the proportionate strength of a spider. We're all part of one big family, the human family, and we all come together in the body of Marvel. And you're part of that family. You're part of the Marvel universe that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory. In other words, Excelsior!
The past 12 months have been a really incredible year, both for myself and for Spider-Man, but they've also carried plenty of hard times for myself and for Spider-Man. As for me, this review has just been breathing down my neck since December. It's been nuts. I have my reasons as to why I didn't just buckle down and get it done sooner. I mean, part of the reason is just how massive it ended up being, but all of that doesn't really matter now. It's done. We did it, and it is quite the relief. But before I sign off, there was one more thing I had promised to everybody. Okay, so this is going to be a little different, but at the end of my most recent update video, I made a promise that I was going to try to read off all of the first 1,000 subscribers of the channel for this one video. This is going to be a bit of an undertaking, but bear with me here, all right? Now, of course, there are going to be some names that can't be read. Unfortunately, just sometimes it's not going to show up in my feed. Another reason that could be is just because if your settings don't have you showing like who you're subscribed to, you're not going to show up in this list, unfortunately, and this is all that I have to read off of. Just know that if I don't read off your name, I do apologize, but I love you from the deepest part of my heart, and I so appreciate that that you're here to make this all happen. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. We're starting off in the top here, very beginning, Daniel Moss. I love you, buddy. I can't stop to make a comment for everybody. You're special, man. All right, you and Robert Brandell, because you're both subscribers on like the top. Okay, so Mark Strickland, 2008 Mario fan, chemically made of anime, dedicated specialist, Nicholas, Ivan mega fanboy, Turnabout Robin, Lightning Cena, Feral King, The Weirdo Maxim, Lisa Twig, Matthew Jacobson, Alex Jip, Hunter Meadows, Josh Larson, Noah Berry, Mr. Mezar Gaming, Reza Masseni, Master Jake Studios, Wind Waker of Time, Robbie Family, Tempest Swarm, Jerhin 5005, Devon Archer, Fuego de Sierra, Ryan Rafter, Dale Bowie, Mick Creeperfun Gaming, Just Some Guy, Lynn Russell, JKS334, Sunayoshi Diego, Critical Maxim, Axel the Red Gaming, Mackenzel, Chrissy's Magic Kingdom DCP, Sarah Smith, Jeremy Thornton, Manda, Anna Hernandez, Zero Raku, JBC Productions, Matthew Diaz, Scott Stumpf, Edward, Matthew Laughlin, Janai Jackson, Richard Pryor, Benedict Gameplays, David Rice, Luke Follis, my roommate, DDD Prussian, Ambrosia Fur, the Gibbs family, Tomaz Este, Angel Gabriel Valdez Reyes, I hope I said that even remotely correctly, It's the Twig Though, Beast Coast Swank, Jeffrey T, Richard Othament, AJ Singh, Rishi Anand, Sean Cormack, Renegade Redditor, Stale Meme, Spider Monkey XXIII, I can't do Roman numerals in my head, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Larry Clowers, Mark Hawkins, Roman Cook, Paul Anthony 2005, Mark Sisolela, Fritz, A Hollis Video, Jordan Wood, Ben Jones, Herbert Nathaniel Rodbell, Katie Bourne, Sebastian Morales, Syndicate, Val-Marie M, Florian Lilajane, Nathan and Durellen, I love you guys, Jeremy Keane, Kanan Waldemar, Chuck's Universe, Abjetis 2002, JD Cabrera, Angel Reyes, Eric W, The Hardcore Gamers, there's a lot of numbers in that name, Heinz Sek, Andrew Benavides, Impossible Triton, Mass Times Acceleration, Dragonoid, John Duckstone, John Brunson, JH041, King Coop 28, Jonathan Vega, ABC Gameplay, Jeremy Villaroman, Eric McDaniel, Nick Cagnetti, DP Man 39, Depora 1979, K Barlow, MS Sky, Lucky Star Z, Choppa TV, Yeet Meat, Bobo JB, Neo Charon, Bastian Von Basten, Garada K7, Eric Stuff, Luke Meyer, Darker Heart HD, Phil Shively, Tyhom 287, Catalion 100, Lucky TJB, Beast Mode 22, Naranjo, Wallace Sco, NES is Nice, 707 NES, Markello Toronto, Wicked T Wrath, Silent Gamer A, Kang Color, Marco Boss 69, Malena Saragar, Rory, Isaiah Fick, Tung Lam Nagao. I'm really sorry, I probably completely butchered that. Ultra Noob PUBG videos, K Hushmeet Singh, Siege Stinger, Kevin Ayala, Sanja Risteska, Doni Sadewa, Finn Patchesa, Generic User, Brez, Pugger TV, Rabid Link, Noha Fouled Albaz, Iconic, is it Iconic? Janelle Northcutt, Mohammed Abdel Fattah, Ashton Brown, Atomic, Bonafide aka Soraki, Bloody Range, Gavin Sheffield, Gun Gamer, Albie Rooney, Video Games Fan 13, Carlick Jones, Sirenet Kiri Rat, I'm sorry, Lefties, Allison Espinoza, Jack Wood, Becca Goodman, Daria Dogru, Zuleya Saldus, Mr. Tong, Game Time, Miss Mus Oyun, TJ277, Tula Stevenson, Why Must I 99, Mad Kiki Studios 1219, Jeraska, Ashish Luke, Newbies Poop and P. That's a creative name, man. Sage Mode Master, SSJ Mimbus, Ghost Killer 4697, Wendell Hillis 47, Darth Awesome 24, The Dude Colin, Duketron, Cathal Donnelly, Shahid Afridi, Cohen Olson, JJF Space JDJ, Ajab Singh, Timur Sikander. I cannot speak. Blaze Andrew TDB, Michael Ivy, The Meme Guy, The Discord Duolingo, Dylan Du Toit, Todd Klein, Hey, I'm Sunset Islamic Beso, Mr. Christopher 921, Lucas Pante de Mora, Mosh Will, Stu's Corner, Daisha THTTP, Red, Slayer, Code J-Man, Maz Hissy, that one Roblox YouTuber, Bort Frenzy, Kevin the Animations of Sick Nodes Pro, Worded Cloud, Thomas Awesome, Adam Mansfield, Zaid Ismail, cool name, bro. It is a cool name, bro. Fadstar 54, The Asian Spidey, Richie Rebellios, Patches 8821, Swapnil Karmakar, Justin Wood, Ren Gonzalez, Kumagawa, I have to change my name. No, you absolutely do not. It's fine as just the way it is. Mr. Zaki F, Roosevelt Burrell, Garrett Wade, Bodybuilding for Life, Gabriel Peseola, Kenny McCormick, Freeman MJL, Franco Viz Studios, Ayush Does Stuff, Hansel Blooms, Gray Fencer Malo, go check him out by the way, Ziad Usama, Lo Wuten, Lundo Kuika, Lindon 648, Pretty Boy Ashton, DC Destiny, Locumcho, Jamarius Walker, Astro Videos, my roommate plays, good friends of mine, We For All One, Jacque Bradford, I Divisionent, Clover the Gun Nut, Bradley Rutledge, Ian, YG Rynix, Ortiz 62, Pooja Mickey, Penman 18, Iran Perez, Cheesy Bean, The American Player, They Call Me Alex, Glasses Are Loading, Junk Food Master, Collards Aren't Green, Andrew Gomez, Team Black, Algrese Does Stuff 07, Matthew Waski, Eden Sekic, Agent Venom, The Kisley, Ryu Steele, Sudha Kumar, Nameless RV Stan, Quentin Duggar, John Lloyd, Tom Beaumont, Dan Solo 96, Colin Orofio, Boulder Dash 112, Mammoth Supremacy 55, One Grinchy Boy, Do You Read Stutter Kane, Elvis Holguin, Jeremiah Harrison, I wonder who that handsome devil is. Luis Mahoney, Irayat, Danielle Vlogs, or is it Daniel Vlogs? I'm very sorry. David Simmons, Dragon Guy 153, Flying Zombie 06, M Cheddarbeef, Typhionic, Hero with a 3, Owen Boyle, Christian Culver, Legendary Breton, DBZZone, Sly Einord, Thomas DeKing 2, Tiffany Lester, Cinematic Middleton, Sakurazaki 1023, Venice Kennedy, Robin TGM, John Maldonado, N7 Batman 117, Forgotten Snake, Mr. Mushroom, Rexpic 09, Sonic Wind 179, The Batman, The Amazing Spider-Man, that's all one name by the way, Nick Scanlon, Hentai Boy 305, I see you, Hubert Dinklesprout, King Zilia, The Woomister, I love that name, that's hilarious, The Heaper 55, Andromeda 023567, Andrew College Critic, Fiorini, Darth Canis, Chuck Schaff, Quicksilva, Ronan, Cassidy Hewitt, Manny Casey, Eugene Orsino, Improper Standby, Max Stone, David Mount, HVVFXZ, Bryce Watson, Connor Hansen, Inspire the Universe, Stephen Berholt, or is it Stefan Berholt? I can't tell. Melissa Hoel, Wings Barlow, X Gamer Player 900, Mr. Cool, Vinath Ithirumalai, Eric Falcon, Roger Farmer, Steven Metal Slayer 117, Hive Minds, Alejandro Reyes, DJ Space Invader, Comic Dan, Spicy Meat, Carlos Martinez, TXP91, Joe Thorne, George 0399, Robot Lettuce 59, Carlal 2024, Hayakanli Oyunku, Gio Fitella, Keyblade M165, Yeetus Maximus, Susan Stone, Brian Williamson, Murder Muffin, Spider-Fan 2003, Azia Extremelnifity, Hawkeye Shooter, or Shoter, I'm not sure which that's supposed to be perfectly honest. Minion Man 123, Mo Stuff, Patrick Madden, Lee Ree, Joshua Kuzma, Garrick 107, and Kazuto Kirigawa. That is nowhere near 1,000 names that I just listed off right now. I know this, but this is what was on the list that I have available to me. Thank you, each and every one of you. Oh my god, I cannot believe there's that many people out there that actually want to see my crap. But I am very tired, my throat is extraordinarily sore, and I have much more work to do to bring stuff to you lovely people. So until we see each other again, subscribe if you feel so inclined, follow me on Twitter if you want to know what I'm up to, spread the word, tell your friends, and until we see each other again, as always, thank you so much for watching. See you next mission.
Thank you for playing. Would you like to try again? Special thanks to our top tier patrons, Patricia Marcoux and Christine Larkin.